Hello everyone and welcome to Modded Terraria News, the show where we shall be looking at spoilers from developers of mods you may or may not even know about. Some and most of these spoilers are unseen by anyone, so consider this a place to see new spoilers you've likely not even seen. Now, to make sure our short attention span doesn't kick in, let's begin with our first spoiler, kindly given to us by Hallam from Modder Redemption. This spoiler is for their new Ruined Kingdom biome. First we have the mines, secondly we have the garden, and thirdly we have the gate to the keep. Many thanks to you for this spoiler, Hallam. Next on this list will be from Laranjoo, from Penumbra Mod. This is footage of their new Reaper energy bar, which uses special crystals which have their own effects and can be swapped around within the bar itself. Striking an enemy increases the bar's charge. Once the bar goes past the crystals within the bar, it activates the ability. However, these effects only seem to work with Reaper weapons from the looks of things. Regardless, still looks cool. Thanks to you, Laranjoo, for sharing this. Now, the next mod we'll be seeing is the Ebonian mod from Ebon, which contains 4 weapons and 2 enemies. Weapon 1 is the Defibrillator. This weapon zaps and controls a heart that gets buffed over time. Weapon 2 is a Fancy Pants Spear animation. Weapon 3 is a magic weapon which is clearly trying to be a knockoff of Shadow. Weapon 4 is Ring of Fire, which is thrown by the player and glues itself to enemies and then bombards them with flames. And for enemies, we've got this thing I can't pronounce, which is a ceiling hanging enemy. And the Flesh Formator, which sits idle, waiting to grab you with its little feelers. Thanks a bunch for these spoilers, Ebon. And now on to Mythos of Moonlight, a mod I've had beta access to for months but lacked the time to even look at it. Don't become an adult. It's a trap! Firstly, we have 3 weapons, being a slow-moving, projectile-firing weapon with homing capabilities, meaning I instantly love it. Second, we have an instantly hitting projectile gun thing, followed by a sword with true melee bonuses summoning a falling star. Following on from that, we have the Asteroid Warden. At first I thought it was a mini-boss, turns out it's just a normal little enemy, which, honestly, I can really appreciate because it actually does more than just being a normal enemy. It has multiple attacks. I love it! Plus, I've been ordered to talk about this one. If you look at the background, this is a custom background for the Meteor Shower event, which is from Vanilla Terraria, which I have a feeling very few of you even know about. In short, increases falling stars and nightcrawlers will appear on the surface. Thanks to you, Ebon and Mjoon, for sharing these ones. Moving on to our next mod now, which is Valence from Linty. Only one spoiler from Linty here, which shows off a weapon called the Crystal Glade, which fires projectiles straight from itself, or the player can release a mini portal, which will fire the projectile from itself. Furthermore, you might notice the damage numbers look a little different. Well, that's actually Skill Strike, a main mechanic from Valence. So I lied, it's 2 spoilers, but still. Anyway, thanks for this one, Linty. Moving on again, here's some spoilers from Jimbo for Glory Mod. These spoilers show some sound and visual reworks for their Torch God boss, some revamps to Neo Tyrant in terms of visuals and attacks, including other bosses as well that I haven't seen yet, a few new animations for Sir Piss Off, and ending it all off is their new upcoming boss, the Necromancer. G'day, I'm Bob the Necromancer. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing. Nearly at the end here with our next mod, which is Realm of Rila from Magma, showing off their showing off their Antiquity Revolver rework and a reworked Possessed Piggy boss, followed by their Vulgar Shot bow and super enemy. No idea what's so super about it. Here, have a cape. Follow that up with 5 weapons, being the Lovecraft Chain Shotgun, firing both bullet and a bull on a chain. The Twig Bulb, which, I'm not actually too sure what it's doing. A Light Bulb Cannon, which is clearly a weapon meant for killing moths. You're fighting a dangerous game here, Magma. The Impact Pulsar. And finally, the Rift Pouch, which sucks and blows your foes. Good way of keeping hordes at bay. Then we have a difficulty modifier, because we needed more of those to torture ourselves, didn't we? This thing adds a big old list of changes. Ending this massive list of spoilers from Magma is the Abandoned Farm biome, which now has trees! and also shacks, which only unlock after defeating a Wanderer of the Field. What does that mean? I'm not too sure right now, I'm sure we'll figure it out eventually. Massive thanks to you, Magma, for this list. And now onto our final mod, being Maelstrom from PraiseHeavyLobster. This one is loaded with spoilers, and I can pretty much bet you've seen none of them, so let's begin. First off, Torch God! Yeah, you likely didn't see that coming, eh? Maelstrom adds Torch God as an NPC, oddly enough, and when it comes to attacking enemies, it uses nearby torches, which is a pretty clever idea, actually, and it also has a shop. I'm just gonna guess it sells torches. Next up is a weapon called the Scorch and Torture, which is a flamethrower, which also leaves lingering flames and even homes a little bit. Let's see if you can get the reference of this weapon. This is a good one for farms. These coin doors, which only allow players or enemies through the doors if they hold or drop the corresponding coin to the block. If an enemy drops copper coins or holds them, it'll be let through, but not the silver doors. If it's holding silver or drops silver, it'll be let through the silver doors but not gold, and so on and so forth. And as a bonus, enemy projectiles do go through these doors as long as the player is holding the correct coins. But I don't have a video for that one, so just use your imagination. This little fellow here is Dig Out, which follows you around when you're not looking at it. So basically a Mario Boo. We got the Tunnel of Bullets, which do exactly what you think. I am a bullet and I'm digging a hole, diggy diggy hole, diggy diggy hole. Here's a rework to golfing that allows players to strike enemies with clubs and strike balls into their faces to deal damage. We've a little visual spoiler here from the Miracle Moon event. Not quite sure what it's for yet, but I'm sure Lobster will tell me eventually. And finally, to ending it all off, we've this spoiler, which only those that know will know. I'm not allowed to speak about this spoiler. Jeez, you really went to hog the majority of the spoiler room, eh, Lobster? Thanks a ton for this lot. Well, there you have it. Thank you to all of you who clicked on this video and stuck around to the end. Please do listen to the mini-me down there, and also a massive thank you to my Patreons. Believe it or not, you've actually kept my lights on this month. Confused by that? Some homes in the UK have pay-as-you-go electricity. I ran out, and thanks to Patreon being there, I managed to get the lights turned back on. So, thanks a bunch for that, and I'll see you all next time!